All right, heroes, let's talk about it. So, Empire released some new images for the new Fantastic Four First Steps, and I've never said anything negative about the Silver Surfer, but I gotta speak my mind on this. I don't like this shot right here, this image, whatever it is. I feel like it's a big step down from the first movie. Well, from the first time we seen Silver Surfer, which was the Fantastic Four 2 movie that we got, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Oh, I forgot the name of it. I believe that's the name. But yeah, I don't. Can I see her face? Oh, look at the face. Look at the face. Get a close up. Is there a way we can do it? We can't.
The Fantastic Four just had a test screening, so here are some of the reactions. Ralph Ineson as Galactus is being described as terrifying. His design looks like he was ripped straight from the comics, and apparently the best part of the whole movie. Viewers said the plot felt very Lovecraftian with a cosmic horror angle that gave the movie a lot of personality. Now, some viewers stated the characters lacked development, Reed Richards' powers were underwhelming, and the Thing was barely used. So if these are the negatives, I think we're gonna be okay.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, check it out. We're going to chop it up about the Fantastic Four in just a minute because there's been some test screenings and they don't sound too good. But real quick, can we just talk about this trash marketing that we've been getting on superhero movies lately? Can we talk about that for a minute? All right, first Superman and now this shit. Who looked at this Silver Surfer and said this was a good idea? Who saw this and said, oh, yeah, that's good. Put that out there. Put that out there. Let the public marinate on this picture. Who did that? This is utter garbage. Let me zoom in on a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at this nightmare fuel Silver Surfer. This is absolutely ridiculous, man. Who said that you have to use Julia Garner's face? And why does she got black lipstick on? How are they fucking this up, man? Like, this cracks me up, man. Marvel, you guys got an easy layup with the Fantastic Four. People been waiting for you guys to get the franchise or get these characters back so you can do it justice. And then the first thing we get is Silver Surfer, and it looks like utter trash. I don't understand what's going on here, man. Like, why is it that we got this Silver Surfer, 20 years ago? Or something like that. Like, we got a Silver Surfer 20 years ago that looks 10 times better than what y'all are churning out right now. This is what happens when you decide, okay, you know what? We're going to go with Shalabal instead of Norrin Rad. That's what we're going to do. I don't understand it. Why? Just give the people what they want. The people don't want this shit. But when they give it to you, at least do it right. You know, you could have had this looking sexy as hell. But instead, they decide to do this silly shit. So, yeah, that's the number one problem. And then, of course, yeah, they got some toys coming out as well, all right? They got a toy series coming out. I don't know if you guys saw that. We was chopping it up on the nightcap last night. Yeah, these Fantastic Four toys, and they just look absolutely shitty, all right? Absolutely crap. Like, man, like, can we get better toys coming up out of this thing? Something, all right? They had Sue Storm, all right? And then they come up with this, like, weird look at Johnny Storm with this weird look on his face. I mean, this looks terrible. Like, goodness, man. They can't get it right, man. They can't get simple things right. The toys don't even hit no more, all right? Now, I did like this Human Torch, all right? I thought the Human Torch actually looked pretty good, you know? Posed up like this. That's actually a solid-looking Human Torch. Yeah, and then you get to this, like, Silver Surfer toy. You know, this Silver Surfer toy, just utter shit. Riding this brown water, like, why? Like, again, the marketing, it just leaves a lot to be desired for all of this stuff, man. Why is she riding on shit water? I don't understand what's going on here. You know, it's just utter trash. We got to the Thing. The Thing actually looked, you know, halfway decent as well. All right, I would throw the Thing up on my shelf. Thing looks solid. But then to finish it off, of course, you got Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. They got his arm crooked up in some kind of weird way. And then, you know, it just looks terrible, man. Like, all of the toys, the marketing for this thing has just been utter dog shit. But, you know, let's talk about what we came to talk about, all right? These test screenings are reportedly mid, with CGI incomplete and with character work lacking. Yeah, so that's bad, all right? That's all the way bad. I don't know what you can do with it at this point if the character work is lacking. I care more about the characters, honestly, than a lot of other people. Okay, to me, the character is everything. If the characters are boring, I'm probably having a bad time at the movies. You know, so they're saying that the CGI is incomplete. That's fine. They can fix the CGI. Character work, though, yeah, man, that's a bad move. Let's go ahead and read through this article. Shout out to Marvin Montanaro and thatparkplace.com. Marvel Studios may have a problem on its hands. According to multiple sources, the most recent test screenings of the Fantastic Four First Steps were held earlier this week in Los Angeles, and the reactions are mixed. Though it's still in the post-production phase, initial viewer feedback suggests the reboot might not be the triumphant return for Marvel's first family that Kevin Feige was hoping for. Industry scooper Jeff Snyder of the Insider shared details from a source who attended the screening, describing the film as mid and meh. Clarifying that it was not that bad, but not that good either. Yeah, no, see, that's bad. All right. That's bad. You know, when I hear this phrase, I hear this phrase a lot. Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, that sounds bad. All right. But it's not that good either. Yeah, exactly. All right. Marvel is on a losing streak. Marvel needs a W. They need a win. All right. Because this is what they've been cranking out. All right. Remember, we've been looking at this slate. This is what Marvel 2025 has been looking like in the build-up to Fantastic Four, all right? Spider-Man, trash. Nobody talked about it. Captain America, Brave New World, trash. Daredevil, Born Again, trash. Thunderbolts, some of y'all liked it, but nobody watched it, okay? And then what's up next? Ironheart. And we know good and goddamn well this ain't gonna build no momentum heading into Fantastic Four. So yeah, no, this is bad news, man. This is bad news. They need to say, oh my God, what's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life? Calling it mid? You might as well call it shit. Yeah, that's mid and meh is not what Marvel needed right now. They need a W. They need a strong movie. Yeah, they need something to get folks pumped up for Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. All right, they need to build up to this. They can't build up to this with mid and meh. All right. And remember, this movie doesn't come out now until December of 2026. So you're giving a lot of people a long time to think about, man, do I really care about Marvel like that? Yeah, the last movie I saw was Fantastic Four. A lot of cats ain't going to be watching Disney Plus and trying to keep up with whatever else they got going on. You know, Spider-Man, I think Spider-Man does come out between Fantastic Four and now the new date for Doomsday. You know, so Spider-Man, if that's good, you know, might keep people along. But what if that's bad? Now that all leads into this shit. Like, look, man, this is not good, right? This is not good. This is not what Marvel needed. They needed something better than mid. Perhaps more concerning are criticisms about weak character development and bad CGI, the latter of which Snyder notes should improve in the coming weeks as visual effects are finalized. Well, you guys got about a couple of, like a month and a half to get them visual effects ironed out. So, yeah, hurry up, all right? But I don't know what you could do with weak character development. You know, if your characters are weak, in my opinion, your movie's weak. You don't have a movie if you have shitty characters. And if they're not developing these characters and they're just kind of one note and boring and there's no real journey that these characters are going on from point A to point B, from act 1 to act 3, then I don't really care. That's going to get a lot of people to check out. Like, in their heads, they're just going to be like watching action. And they're really not going to care about the story because the character development isn't there. You know? So, yeah, for people like the clip I showed you at the beginning of the person that says, oh, you know, character development, you know, barely anything, and Reed Richards is shitty and he don't really use his powers. Big deal. Like, bruh. In general, Marvel doesn't do public test screenings unless they're worried, Snyder wrote. That was the case with Eternals, The Marvels, Quantumania, and Brave New World. Well, yeah, this is a group of movies you don't want to be associated with either, does it? You don't want to be associated with these movies. This is some of the worst shit Marvel has ever put out. And they're saying, yeah, they all got the public test screening treatment. And here goes the Fantastic Four getting that same treatment. Bruh, from the marketing to all the news that's coming out, man, it's looking pretty bad, y'all. It's looking pretty bad. I know some folks just want to stay positive, and that's fine. Stay positive. I am the tea leaf reader. I just look at the information, and I just try to say, this is what it seems like is coming our way. But I walk into the movie with an open mind, hoping for the best. That's how I treat every movie, and then, you know, I get disappointed. While Snyder initially reported that Marvel was high on the project internally, another unnamed source reportedly described the film as a mess and a huge problem movie, echoing language that was once used to describe the Marvels before its disastrous release. So a couple of things being associated with the Marvels, all right? That's not good. You do not want the Marvels to be associated with your next Marvel project. That is just like the kiss of death right there, man. Boy, man, this is going to be really interesting to see. Look, this Silver Surfette, man, this ain't helping matters at all. Bruh. Let's see. Not all reactions were negative. However, Snyder did say that Ralph Ineson's portrayal of Galactus seemed to go over well with audiences, calling that a promising sign. The appearance of Galactus apparently lifts the film in its latter half, a sentiment echoed by a well-known test screening insider, viewer Anon. General reaction I'm hearing is okay, but it's not a big sample size. A couple of people have said the first act's shaky, but it gets better once Galactus shows up. So, I mean, it does beg the question, like, how much Galactus are we going to get? Is Galactus just going to be like the last 20 minutes of the movie? If Galactus is kind of the main draw, then maybe it works out just fine, you know, because Galactus is a great villain. All right. I've liked some of the footage and the, you know, images that we've gotten from Galactus. You guys remember we saw this. I like this is dope. All right. You know, with this Fantastic Four poster or whatever, you know, brought to you by Snapple, apparently. Hey, look, this again, advertisement, right? I forgot Snapple was even a thing until I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, I used to love Snapple. You know, but yeah, I mean, you know, this poster looks great. Galactus looks great. Everything we've seen from Galactus looks solid. But is Galactus going to have to carry all of these characters down here? Are we just, again, it's just about spectacle? Is that what's happening? Or does this character, you know, carry some gravitas? You know, we'll have to see, you know, but I mean, that's a good, you know, solid, you know, hey, we got a good villain. Marvel has been struggling with villains for a long time. While the film isn't eliciting the kind of extreme reactions being reported from Superman test screenings, yeah, they reshaped wholesale Superman. The fact that Marvel felt the need to hold a public test run suggests some internal anxiety. The studio hasn't had a runaway hit since Deadpool and Wolverine, with Bob Iger reportedly disappointed in the 2026 release slate. The Fantastic Four was expected to anchor the brand moving forward alongside the upcoming X-Men reboot. Yeah, we've heard all about the X-Men reboot as well. Oh, man, look, this is bad all the way around, no matter how you want to look at it if you're a Marvel fan, to be hearing this kind of stuff coming out about the test screenings for the Fantastic Four. It has to hold it down until doomsday. This has to be a home run out of the park. This can't be a bunt, all right, a bunt single or anything like that. This has to be great. Mid and meh is not going to get it done, you know? And I found it interesting, like, of them mentioning Superman, you know, we was talking about this as well on the nightcap. Superman is expected to do really, really good numbers, at least according to some early predictions, all right? Superman predicted to open with 156 million to 175 million during its domestic opening weekend. If Superman happens to be a good movie, all right, and I talked about this, if Superman is a good movie, just remember Comic-Con. Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con is going down July 24 to 27, the exact same weekend that Fantastic Four First Step drops, all right? And James Gunn happens to have a big splashy presentation prepared for Comic-Con. So I want you guys just to put two and two together. If Fantastic Four is trash, all right, and this thing is just a terrible movie and nobody likes it, it's everything that Snyder and them is saying, it's on the level of the Marvels and Quantum Mania and Eternals. And then James Gunn, let's say he has a really good showing with Superman, and now everybody's pumped up and they're like looking forward to the next steps. Hey, man, what's coming up with James Gunn's universe? Oh, yeah, Marvel, nah, that shit is over with. People are waiting for that to kind of wrap itself up anyway. Let's hurry up and reboot it. So this is James Gunn's chance to advance. I guess that's what I'm saying. Here's your opportunity. Marvel is stumbling. They're missing layups, all right? It's like Angel Reese out there. They just can't make a fucking layup. James Gunn can grab the rebound and go the other way and build out the DC universe in a major way. And he has an opportunity to do it on the weekend that Fantastic Four opens up. And get everybody pumped up. Hey, man, we announcing Lanterns. We got some footage for Supergirl. We doing this. We doing this. You know, Peacemaker is going to be coming out right after that. This is James Gunn's opportunity. Will he take advantage of it? Who knows? But yeah, just to wrap things up, Marvel, y'all got a major issue on your hands, right? You got major problems when it comes to Fantastic Four. You got to figure this out. This guy is a major issue himself. All right. He's a Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fabulous. This dude is a major problem. Y'all got work to do, man. You got to clean up the entire image of this movie, and you got less than 2 months to do it. Get it cracking, all right? All right, CGI, character development, Mr. Fabulous, all right? There's a lot of problems going on, but you guys let me know what y'all think about this situation. Go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.